Hey guys, what's up? This is Vlad from Founder Bounty, and make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. Today, I want to be talking about why you should not be building a business in 2024 and why you should keep your job. And if you're working in venture capital, you should stay working in venture capital. So just to remind you, I was a former investment banker, which then moved to becoming a serial entrepreneur. And I have been backed by the world's best venture capitalists as well as exited businesses. So I want to take you through a couple of reasons why I think it's so difficult to build a business. And the first one is of course the fact that VC funding for startups and early stage companies is running low and will continue to do so in 2024. So, if we look at a couple of years back, there was a lot more capital which was being allocated to early stage businesses and early stage companies. And that would help guys like you actually trying to build your business. And of course, this is running, it's more and more difficult essentially to secure funding from early stage investors, angels, and venture capitalists. The second thing I really want to mention here is that, if you are a startup founder or a business founder, you have to take care of legals, you have to take care of talking to your investors, securing investment, growing the business, hiring an excellent team which believes in you, working on the operational elements and the infrastructure of the business. There's so many things that you have to do. Whereas if you are working in venture capital or for a corporate, it is easier because you're working for someone else. Therefore, you don't have all of these responsibilities. So again, let me make one thing absolutely clear. Working in, for example, a venture capital role where you would get a carry of, which basically means a bonus if your company you invested in exited, makes it easier than actually building your own business, because the chances of starting a business and exiting and not getting paid for the time, the early stages of building that business, make it harder and give you more risk than actually working, for example, in venture capital, where you are paid a salary on a month-to-month basis. So I've seen it again and again and again. Everyone wants to become a startup founder. However, people don't quite understand the risks of just how hard it is to build a business, what it takes in building a business. And you have to exit if you do build a business. That's where the value is. That's where the money is. And that is, of course, extremely difficult. So for any of you guys out there thinking of taking the steps, you have to think about the point of life you're in right now. Can you afford to take that risk? Can you afford to take a couple of years off? Remember, if you do fail and you try to come back into the corporate world, people will not be looking at you in the same way as they did prior to that when you did have a career. This is very clear. So if you do, try and build a business and you fail or it doesn't go as to plan, which for the majority of you, unfortunately, will be the case, then coming back to corporate will be extremely difficult. Also, if you're looking to work in venture capital, that's a very closed, small world, and it's very difficult to get in there as well. So, having looked at everything and all of these different practices in which, I think in terms of risk reward, I would say if you can get a job working as a VC, I would absolutely and most definitely recommend that to you instead of taking the risk of becoming a startup founder. Although you do get really good operating experience as a startup founder and you start to learn what it takes to build a business. I remember a high quality entrepreneur once told me, not a lot of people know what it takes to build a business. Remember, so many things change in marketing, in and will change in the next few years. So you have to constantly adapt your content strategy, this strategy, that strategy, user acquisition strategy to get customers, build an MVP, scale the business, get investors, deal with legal, deal with hiring, deal with your partners. There's so many things which make it so difficult that, what I'm trying to tell you is to keep in mind just how much risk you are taking in your career. So I hope this gave you some insight into the differences between building a business, raising capital, and why it's easier to maybe stay at your job than actually take the risk of building a business, because once again, as mentioned, you do have that constant income which comes to you, and you don't have to think about anything else except from working, doing your job role, which you are given prior to joining a corporate, and taking it from there. Remember to like and subscribe. If you do have any other questions, link them in the comments. We'd love to hear from you guys. And of course, make sure to we'll keep in touch. Thanks.